Hey, so we're looking here at perpendicular lines. This is number 2 for the practice here. Line 1 and line 2 are perpendicular, and what is the equation of line 2? So we know they're perpendicular because we've used the word perpendicular, but I'll take a second to point out that even if I didn't use the word perpendicular, I have the symbol here, 90 degrees, which tells me that these two lines are at right angles and therefore perpendicular to each other. So we're looking for the equation of line 2. There's line 2, and if we had 2 points in line 2, and we could just go ahead and do what we've done before, right? Use the 2 points, get the slope, calculate the initial value, and we'd be done. But we don't have 2 points in line 2. We only have 1 point in line 2, and that means we don't have enough information, at least just yet, to solve the equation of line 2. The equation of line 2 the equation of line 2 is going to require y is equal to ax plus b. And we know we have an x and a y. We've got negative 20 and 30. Negative 20 and 30 are in that equation, xy, xy. We need a b. We don't have an a, and we don't have a b. No way of getting that b, and at least from the line itself, no way of getting the a, so we would seem to be stuck. But because we know the equation of this line, and because we know that this line is perpendicular, we can use this line right now that's hiding underneath my pencil to get its slope. And once I have the slope of line 1, I can take the negative reciprocal of it, since they're perpendicular, and that will give me my a on equation 2. So I can cheat to get my a because it's perpendicular to the line where I have 2 points, right? So where I can get a slope, I can use that to get that slope. So let's get the slope of line 1 first. Let's get the a of line 1. And the a of line 1 is really easy. It's going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'll call this x1 and y1. And I'll call this x2 and y2. So I'm going to use the 2 points on line 1 to calculate the slope of line 1. A is equal to 26 minus negative 10. Watch that double negative there. Over 18 minus 0. 26 minus negative 10 is 36. And 18 minus 0 is 18. 36 minus 18 is 2. So the slope of line 1 has an a of 2. Now, why do I care? What's the point, as I said, of getting the slope of line 1? Really only one reason, and that's because we're going to use it to get the slope of line 2. And the reason we can do that is because we know the slope of line 2 is the negative reciprocal of line 1. So we're going to take to get a, so we're looking here for the perpendicular a, we're going to get the negative reciprocal slope of 2, right, of that 2. And the way to do that, right, we're going to flip it. So we're going to make it first into a fraction. We're going to flip it and change the sign. So really easy. It's going to become 1 over 2 when I flip it, and because it's originally a positive, my new perpendicular a will be equal to negative 0.5. 1 divided by 2, and then changed into a negative. So once that's done, we can now substitute the point that we want into the equation really easily. Y, which is the 30, and oh, I should mention this. Now that we're going to get the equation of this line right here, sometimes the mistake that students make is they get that negative reciprocal a, and then they try to use one of these 2 points to get the equation of line 2. Well, to get the equation of line 2, once we have that slope, we have to use the point that's in line 2, right? You can never get the equation of line 2 using a point from line 1. We're just using line 1 to get the slope, and then that point goes in the substitution. So y, 30, is equal to a, negative 0.5, our negative reciprocal of 2, times the x, which we know is negative 20, plus b, right, as always. And so we're going to simplify this part right here. I get 30 is equal to negative 0.5 times negative 20 is positive 10. I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides now. And I'm going to be left with 20 is my b. So the last step is to put everything together and write it down in the bottom where the solution gets written. So it's going to be y is equal to a negative 0.5 x plus 20. And that's the equation of line number 2, which is perpendicular to line number 1.